In this video, we're going to talk about what a function is and how to recognize a function. And a function is essentially a rule that takes each input value and produces exactly one output value. I'll say that again. A function is a rule that takes each input value and produces exactly one output value. All right, what you have in front of you here is known as a mapping diagram, and it's showing the inputs and what the outputs are for said inputs. And recall that the input is the x value, henceforth I've written an x above input, and the output is the y value. Another way of thinking about it, of course, is x is independent and y is dependent. And in order to take a mapping diagram and put it into ordered pairs, you just follow the diagram. I can see that I've got 2 and 4, so when my input is 2, my output is 4. When my input is -2, my output is 4. 5 and 25, -5 and +25. And that is how I would take a mapping diagram and turn it into a set of ordered pairs. And this is, sometimes you're asked to do the opposite. You're given a set of ordered pairs and asked to put it into a mapping diagram, and you would basically reverse the process. So here's something I want you to think about. Is this a function? Is what you're looking at a function? And once again, remember, for each input value, you can only produce one output value. All right? And another way of thinking about this would be, does the x value repeat? Do you see the x value more than once? And the answer is no, you don't. For every x, there is a y. And no x value repeats. In other words, for 2, your output is 4. For -2, your output is 4. And that's okay. The y values can repeat. What cannot repeat is the x values. So this would represent a function. All right, I'm going to pause here and pull up another example. Okay, in our second example, we're asked this question: is the relation a function? Use a mapping diagram to explain your reasoning. And once again, a function is a rule that takes each input value and produces exactly one output value. And as you can see here, I've got 4 ordered pairs, and yet I only have 3 numbers here. Well, why do I only have 3 numbers? Well, the answer is because my x value, my input value, repeats. I've got 2 1s here. And the fact that I have 2 1s means that when I go to map this, my 1 goes to 2 places. It goes to 3, and it also goes to 2. And this would be an example of an input value producing more than one output value. I've got an x value that repeats. My ordered pair is 1, 3, and 1, 2, and that's not okay. I can't have that, all right? I can have the output value repeat. That's not a problem, but I can't have the input value repeat. So, for instance, I know that 2 goes to -4. That's fine. And let's see, and 3 goes to 2. All right. The reason this is not a function is because this x value repeats. It has more than one output. If I look at a set of ordered pairs and the x value repeats, I do not have a function.